Hi, this is Jacqueline Tran reporting for my first homework for distributed systems. So let's get into it. So I have the import sys and geo get op. This allows me to read through the terminal and also parse through it. So that's why in my try and accept, you see this little pair here that allows me to read the argument that it's in from the first one, because the first one is like the Python code that you put, and then the rest is the option of either it being an O, a dash O, a dash T, a dash H. And then if it's anything other than those three, it'll throw an exception. Like I think it'll say option dash whatever you put in is not something. It'll print that error and then it'll exit the system. Two, I learned that two is also a typical syntax error that'll return in a Unix system. So I put in a 2. And then because there are 3 options, the O, T, and H, I had to initialize the 3 options that they would be. So then it'll loop through the options and the argument that's given after. So then in the list of the options, if the user puts in the option of a dash O, it'll put in the first option the argument that comes after the dash O. So like as you can see, if the option is a T, then it'll put in the argument that they wrote after T. And then if it's an H, I just did a blank initialization just because it doesn't need anything in there. So then when you run the program, it'll print this standard output, like in the example, and then it'll take the text. In the text, it says that it'll read the line. And then once it reads a line, it'll hold on to it in the text. And then in the next line, it'll just spit back out what you wrote. So it'll just return the text with this line, system standout text. And then while they do write a text, it'll just keep doing that. So it'll take the text that you wrote and then just write it. And then it'll just wait for you to write another one until you do control Z, D, whatever you do. It'll do command line arguments and then it'll say like what you wrote. So like if you did dash O, like up here, it'll print the first option. So in the example you did nothing, it'll just ignore it. And then in the line option, it'll say giraffe because we did dash giraffe. So then it'll do option 2 is giraffe. And then for option 3, it'll just print out 3 because there is nothing in the option 3. And that's it. Everything worked out well for me, nothing bad. And that's all. Thank you.